Salam, salam. This is Unity, and I'm here with a Unity moment. I want to tell y'all about this vision I had. I have so many visions, but this I can't remember all of it because usually I used to write them down, but I haven't been writing them down, and I'm gonna start writing them down again. But I had a real disturbing one, but I'm not gonna talk about that one right now. And I haven't been having a lot of disturbing ones lately. I already know what I need to do. But I'm gonna tell you about this one that I had a couple of years ago. I can't remember the beginning of it, but I know right when I did it, I had contacted this brother on Facebook that's an artist, and I loved his artwork at the time. But I loved his artwork at the time, so I wanted him to create what I seen in the vision, so I can put on right here on my left arm, like right here. So y'all understand why once I tell y'all what I see, what I remember. I know it was more to it in the beginning, but I can't remember that part. But I remember what I remember was, because I think this could have been, maybe I gotta go back to my Facebook, but I might have deleted it. Maybe I go back to my Facebook. I don't know. Can't remember when it was. But it had to be like 2012, 13. Yeah, like it had to be like 2012, 13. No, I don't know if it was it 13? Had to be 10. I don't know. But anyway, I had walked in this kitchen, like inside this kitchen, and when I walked in, it was two Mexican ladies, and the Mexican ladies was talking in Spanish. When they see me, I'm gonna say they eyes got big, so I don't know if that's something I'm adding on, but when they see me, they start talking in Spanish to each other. And I remember it was like a table, like as soon as you walk in the door, it was a table right here, and I don't know if they were standing right here. I wish I would have said this dream when I first seen it. But anyway, I know it was a table right here, and I know when I walked in, they were standing in the kitchen. So they was talking in Spanish, and one of the ladies, it was interesting because I can't speak Spanish, which I'm learning Spanish now. I'm teaching myself Spanish. One of the ladies said to the other lady, but they were speaking in Spanish and I understand them. They say she's a chosen one. And the other lady said, well, how do you know? And she grabbed my arm, my left arm right here, and she pulled a black and white feather out. She pulled a black and white feather out. And I'm looking at my arm like, how a feather come out my arm? So after she done that, I started doing some research about what black and white feathers was. That's all I remember. And I remember waking up. But I know in that vision it was more before that, but I forgot it because it'd been some years and I didn't write it down. But I remember this part because when I was telling y'all early, I was going to get this brother. I had got him to do me a tattoo about I want the black and white feather right here, and then I had added some adhesive symbols around the feather and all that stuff like that. Which, when I contact the brother, at first it's like he tried to draw. He tried to get like a clip art, and it was weird because he's an artist. I don't know. Anyway, make a long story short, he was gonna charge me $60. I ended up giving him 30 of it, and it just wasn't working. It seemed like he was getting frustrated. I think it was more like he really needed the money and he was trying to do something quick. So I mainly deleted him. I mainly blocked him from my Facebook because I felt like we had been friends on social media for since like MySpace time, and I had supported his work. I bought some of his art, and it's like, and I explained to it's more to the story. I'm just gonna keep that part to it. But I explained to him, well, I could say this. I explained to him that I had showed somebody my tattoo, and they went and got a feather, and it kind of took away from what I wanted it. But at the same time, I had thought about it. I was like, no matter if that person went and got the feather, it still can't take away that the feather is there. You just can't see it. So I just had got frustrated. So I never paid him the $30, and I guess he got mad and whatever. But I paid him 30, and I'm supposed to pay him the other 30, but he wasn't giving me what I want. He kept sending me these sketches of stuff that he clipped art and put the words to it, and it just wasn't right, and it was weird. I felt, by me can read people very well, I felt like he really needed the money, so he was trying to do something really quick. But I didn't understand. And then he said something like, "Won't I draw it since I'm an artist?" He said, "Won't you draw it since you're an artist, and then send it to me, and I can tip." I'm like, in my mind, like, if I contact you to draw the tattoo, that's what I wanted. I mean, why would I draw something? I liked his style of art, so I wanted him to draw the feather in his art. So anyway, I blocked him and I don't talk to him anymore. I never gave him the other $30 for the sketch. I have the sketch, and I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not because of that energy. I don't know. I know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna do something with it, but yeah, probably put it on some cards or something, because the one that he finally did draw, it came out. It was more in his style with what I wanted, but it was a couple of things on it I didn't like, so maybe I could twerk it up and make it the way I wanted. So anyway, right after I had the vision, like saying she's a chosen one, after they put, I will always see these owls. I will always see these owls. No, I wouldn't see the owls. I would spiritually see owls. I never seen a physical owl, but I always hear them. If somebody could be standing right next to me and they could say, "There go an owl," and for some reason, I'd be like, "Well," and I don't see them, but they see them, and they'll point, and I remember I had a neighbor that stayed next door to me, and she was Trinidadian. She was Trinidadian, and her husband was oh, y'all might hear me. Y'all might hear me. I got some magnets in my hand while I'm talking now. She was Trinidadian, and her husband was Jamaican, and she's like, "Unity," because she had a dog named Prince. So she would say she would get up like 5 o'clock in the morning before she go to work to walk her dog, and she said, "Unity." There was a big giant owl with big wings on your patio staring at your back door. And I hear him all the time. I hear him hooting. I mean, even before my sister died, I heard him. Because you know, when you read about owls in Kemetic, it's like Watcher of the Dead. And then I know in Orisha, Oya, and Shango, they got something to do with the owl. If I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I'm just probably put all the stuff out and studied into my own little way. But they like the watcher of the dead, and that's so interesting because dead people be talking to me. But so I never physically seen an owl, but I always hear them. I remember it was this Muslim sister, I had told her that she was going to have a baby. And I say, if you see an owl, you're going to have a baby. And she told me right after I told her that, she was in my parking lot, and the owl and it was during the daytime. owl, just a baby. She said like he was like a teenager or something. He just flew right across her. And then she found out she was pregnant. But anyway, the reason I'm talking about the owl is because I'm thinking, I'm knowing that that had something to do with the feather. Um, we have to study ourselves, and a lot of us don't study ourselves. But I'm guessing they had this mistake because I know that the owl is one of my totems. Um, Another one is a cat. And I think there's many more. A fish, I guess. Yeah, I have a connection with fishes and snakes. I have a connection with snakes too. But so I just wanted to share that with y'all. Yeah. So the two Mexican ladies was talking in Spanish, and I knew exactly what they were saying. And they said I was a chosen one. And the thing about it is even just saying this. You know how we be trying? You will say like, "Oh, I ain't trying to be no chosen one because I don't want to seem like I'm better than no other." Yeah, that's true. But if you know that you got a divine purpose, you better own it. You gotta own it, and it's not like nothing about an ego. Cause there's nothing wrong with having an ego, long as it's humble. Cause in this reality, they tell you, you have an ego and think you're better. It's not. It's not about that. We should be confident in what we know about ourselves, especially if it's a gift, because everybody don't have it. Everybody don't have the gift that you have. There's some that have it, but not all. And even if they do have it, they're never gonna do the things that you can do. So, I guess that's the end of this right here. I have so many more visions. So if y'all want to hear more of my vision, I got one when I was on a spaceship, like physically on a spaceship. I got another one when I was on another spaceship. I traveled to another spaceship. I got so many. So many. All right. It's a lot. I'm kind of tired, y'all. I think I'm sitting here working on these sunflowers. If y'all believe me to next me. I call them Nubian sunflowers. Working on these. And some Prince earrings. What else I'm working on? Prince earrings, Nubian sunflower. Some Haiti earrings. Working on a whole bunch here because I have a lot of orders. Thanks for all y'all support. Y'all, I've been seriously thinking about cutting my locks. A shortcut. One thing about me when it comes to me doing something like that, it's more like I shouldn't have a struggle with it. It's either I'm gonna do it or I'm not. And usually when I do something, I just do it. So for me to have a struggle with it, it's not time for me to do it. But I know eventually it's gonna be done because it's already out there. So my magnets are very, very what you call it? They're very hot. But yeah. So I know with me, because I think we have to study us and master us. A lot of times we study so much other things and we forget to master us. And I'm still studying me. And it's like when things happen, I be like, why did I do that, or why did I say that? Or I go back and you know how 1 minute you happy, next minute you pissed off, and it could be like that quick second. And I go back to say, okay, just like 5 minutes ago, I was okay. But then when I got this news, my whole demeanor done changed. I'm bored, I'm mad. So I stop in the midst of that and be like, okay, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. It's not. So just that triggered me. I'm not saying we shouldn't get mad, but what I'm saying is I'm just trying to figure out. It's amazing how we could just switch so quickly. And then eventually, once everything, then we go right back. So why in the midst of feeling mad sometimes, why we just can't just shut it off right then and go right back to what we were before? I don't know. I'm studying me. I'm studying me. I'm not trying to tell nobody else how to study themselves, but this is my moment. This is my union moment. All right. Salam, salam.